Hey, Dabo, it's Chapel. How much has Antonio Williams been able to practice the last 2 days?
Just a little. We'll put out an availability report. I guess the first one goes out tomorrow. When does it go out, Ross?
That'd be Georgia Tech week.
Oh, yeah, Georgia Tech week. We'll put one out Georgia Tech week, but we'll let you know later on in the week where we are.
And same for Khalil Barnes. How much has he been able to go this week?
Same answer.
Dabo, this is Larry. Y'all were able to rotate pretty heavily on the defensive line Saturday. Can you just maybe reflect on the benefits of that through a game, through a season, and just the confidence y'all have in that many guys?
Yeah, that's how you play. That's how you get really good when you can have good depth in the D line, and they played well. They really did. I mean, they played a heck of a ball game. Good to see Jaheim. I think Jaheim might have had a TFL, maybe his first play. Denhoff did some good things, getting Burley in there. Amari got in there some. We got some good depth. Champ, that's really coming along. I thought Cape and Steph Allin, Peter, TJ, all them guys. I mean, it was, like I said, that's a really good football team. And the first play we had him down, and somehow he came out, and outside of that play, it was 2.8 a carry for 58 minutes. So. That is a huge improvement from where we were last year. Well, last game, right, when we saw Texas go up and down the field on us in the run game. So I was really proud of the D-line and our linebackers. I thought the linebackers played really well. That's an area we want to get a little more rotation going, but those guys up front, we got some other guys too that didn't get quite as much opportunity. Just nature of the game and first game and all that. But you got some other guys that I think you'll see roll in there. As well, that are right there, like a guy like Darian Mayo, for example.
Dabo, y'all will get Ian Shefflin back available this week. How's he looked last 2 weeks, and what role, I guess, is he going to be in leading into this game?
Yeah, tight end. I mean, just his position. He's just working his way back, and he had a really good camp. He's made a ton of progress, and so he's just, one of our tight ends that waiting on an opportunity and working for an opportunity and just preparing every day to get better and better.
Hey, Dabo, this is Darian Carter. How much has Walker Parks been able to practice this week?
Yeah, a lot more than last week. He's gotten pretty good work in and is getting better and better every day.
And I know you guys rotated Elijah Thurman and Harris Sewell throughout Saturday's game. Like, looking back, how do you think they both did in their share of snaps?
Did fine. I mean, Elijah had the one pressure, but pretty good. I mean, for a first game, I thought they were nobody was good enough to win the game, but those guys did a solid job for us.
Staying on the offensive line, Dabo, and depth, who are maybe the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th guys you're hoping to sort of see over the next, just moving forward, establish themselves?
We got, the 7 that we've talked a lot about, so the 8th guy would be Braden. That's the next guy, and, excited. He got in there a little bit. He was in there on the goal line. He was kind of scheduled in our heavy package, but in fact made a huge extra effort play on that touchdown. But he's the next guy for sure. And then you got Rock, and you got Dietrich. Those guys are right there. Easton Ware. I can't remember if I told y'all. Did I tell you about Easton Ware's going to be out? So Easton was right there. He and Braden, but Easton. He's been battling a shoulder, and we're going to try to get him through the year, but it kind of came out again. So they've got to go ahead and do surgery on him. So Easton will be out for the year. He'll redshirt. He's a true freshman, so he was one of those guys right there in the mix. But the 8th guy is Braden, and he's on his way. And then Rock and Dietrich and Wade. There's another guy, that Ian Reed. We just got him back. He was out for a week or so, but just getting him back going as well. They're all competing.
Anybody else, Coach?
Dabo, you've been very public the last few days saying Cade needs to play better. Just this week specifically, what have you seen from him and his response? Are you satisfied with what he's done so far in practice?
Yeah, I mean, exactly what I thought I would see, a guy go back to work. I mean, it's not his first rodeo. He's a very self-aware kid. He knows that he really didn't play well. And there was nothing to predict that. I mean, just like I said, had a bad day to have a bad day, but back to work, owns it, right back to the basics, and he'll bounce back. It's great leadership. That's what I've seen.
Dabo, Jaden Lucas, 41 snaps. Given how much he missed during camp, I'm guessing you had to be happy with what you saw out of him. Yeah.
I mean, he got the last couple of weeks, missed a lot of camp, but he got the last couple of weeks and had a little bit of live work, not a ton. But he had one miss on a cover 2 on the supporting the edge. We didn't have an edge player on that. That was one on him, but I thought he did a good job, and it's good to see him, just being out there. Actually had a nice little play today as well in a 2-minute situation. So he's definitely a guy. Those 3 guys give us, a really good group, and Gibson and Strozier, those 5. We feel like we've got some good depth there, and obviously that was a game the other night. You're kind of living and dying on every play, down to the last one, but. You'll see those guys all have some opportunity as we go through this long season ahead.
You mentioned the edge. I guess you're referring to that run and play off the left side.
Yeah.